You can't allow risk and fear to dominate what you're doing.
You cannot control everything. You cannot control how your surroundings are, but live your passion, live your dream, because you're so unique and you can do anything you want to do.
Listen, and to surround yourself with really competent and experienced individuals who can offer you guidance.
So as I first started, my career was as a scientist. I worked for sharing, and those were very, very important years in my life. Then when I post-business school, when I moved into the business world, in the beginning, it's always about hard work, and it's about, proving your credibility.
I always wanted to be a doctor. I became one. It became a great joy to serve children for 25 years before I began the next stage. When I got into the business world, it became a very different thing. Most of the meetings, most of the interactions I had on the business side were with men. I sat with my brother, who's been a great, help to me in my journey. And he says to me, Joan, they mistake your kindness and your lightness for weakness. You are anything but weak. But you can turn that around because they're not going to expect you to be strong. And when you're strong, it will sort of catch everybody off guard. So as women, we should never allow anyone to mistake our kindness, our affability, I'm a hugger, all of those things as weakness.
So I don't look to say that great leaders always are male or great leaders are always female. I find great leaders often come from any number of places, any corners of the planet. Great leaders that I see tend to treat their people with the type of greatness, and they pull greatness out of people. And so that's the type of things I would look for, and that's the type of leadership that I would advise people to look for when they're growing in themselves and trying to become leaders.
Overcoming a mindset that men were naturally better suited for leadership. At first I had to constantly remind myself that wasn't true and women can be leaders as well. And then when I gained more experience, courage, then, those doubts slowly faded. And I kept reminding myself that that's the case throughout my career. And that really helped me overcome that challenge.
I always tell young people, forget about the gender, right? Forget about the fact that you are a girl, but focus on what are the competencies needed to be a great leader. To be a great leader, you need to have vision, you need to work hard, you need to have the domain knowledge, strategic thinking, communication, focus on what it takes to be successful and focus on those things.
Only more recently when I became aware that probably the biggest adversity I had to overcome during my career was a different one. And this was, I was a single mom raising my two sons, and I was working full time. I always, received guidance, stopped working, or just to switch to a part-time job to spend more time with the kids. But fortunately, I was very much supported by my family, especially my mother. She always pushed me to follow my interests and to be strong in the job and to be resilient. And so I decided to continue my full-time job and to organize myself.
Most women think that networking is something that's so self-serving, and talking about themselves and the responsibility is so just not humble. But the way the whole world works, how you remove challenges for yourself and your team, is the power of people, is the power of knowing people. Not every relationship has to be a deep relationship. It can be a weak relationship, but to activate your potential, to navigate through an organization and get to places, where you are in a place of influence that you can lift other women. One needs to do all of that, be heavily networked, advocate for themselves, and also lift other people. You cannot control everything. You cannot control how your surroundings are, but live your passion, live your dream, because you're so unique and you can do anything you want to do.
Becoming a mom changed the way I see the world. My baby girl, Julie Ann, opened my eyes to the importance of speaking up, of sharing my values, and of helping others see the world from different perspectives. This realization led me to create this video for her and for all young girls who are the future. Every day, I have the privilege of working alongside incredible female leaders from around the world. They are not just CEOs and executives. They were once little girls, just like Julianne, just like so many young girls today, dreaming of what they might become. And now, they are shaping industries, transforming societies, and breaking barriers for the next generation. So let's lift each other to share our journeys and to remind every young girl that she has the strength to achieve whatever she dreams.